I'll do speed news.
Okay, good.
In 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. British Prime Minister Tony Blair is expected to announce his resignation any second now. In fact, here he is. He's walking out. Cue the Prime Minister. You can see he's in a great mood as he approaches the podium. Everybody's clapping and applauding. He's shaking hands, and he is getting set to announce, after his 10 years in office, his resignation. Yeah. Let's take a listen.
Mixed emotions, Allison, obviously, because he's not going out the way he wanted to, but he's got to feel good about what he accomplished.
All right, let's listen. Yes, the clapping.
Thank you, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. It's a great privilege to be here with you again today, and to thank all of you too for such a wonderful and warm welcome, and especially Maureen and her friends who gave me such a wonderful welcome. The only thing is, she was kind of, when I was coming in 4 more years, and I was saying, Maureen, that's not on message for today. I'd just like to say also, if I might, just a special word of thanks to John Burton. John has been my agent here for many years now. He's still the best political advisor that I've got. He's all the years I've known him, he's been steadfast in his loyalty to me, to the Labour Party, and to Sunderland Football Club, not necessarily in that order. We won't get into that. But you know, it's been my great good fortune at certain points in my life to meet exceptional people, and he is one very exceptional person. And also, if I may refer to another exceptional person, who's my wife, friend and partner, Cherie. And the children, of course, Ewan and Nikki and Catherine and Leo, who make me never forget my failings, but give me great love and support. So, I've come back here to Sedgefield, to my constituency, where my political journey began and where it's fitting that it should end. Today I announce my decision to stand down from the leadership of the Labour Party. The party will now select a new leader. On the 27th of June, I will tender my resignation from the office of Prime Minister to the Queen. I've been Prime Minister of this country for just over 10 years. In this job, in the world of today, I think that's long enough for me, but more especially for the country. And sometimes the only way you conquer the pull of power is to set it down. It's difficult in a way to know how to make this speech. There's obviously judgments to be made on my premiership, and in the end that is for you, the people, to make. I can only describe what I think has been done over these last 10 years, and perhaps more important, why I tried to do it. And I never quite put it in this way before. I was born almost a decade after the Second World War. I was a young man in the social revolution of the 60s and 70s. I reached political maturity as the Cold War was ending, and the world was going through a political and an economic and a technological revolution. And I looked at my own country, a great country, wonderful history, magnificent traditions, proud of its past, but strangely uncertain of its future, uncertain about the future, almost old-fashioned. And all that was curiously symbolized, you know, in the politics of the time. You had choices. You stood for individual aspiration and getting on in life, or social compassion and helping others. You were liberal in your values or conservative. You believed in the power of the state or the efforts of the individual. Spending more money on the public realm was the answer or it was the problem. And none of it made sense to me. It was 20th century ideology in a world approaching a new millennium. Of course, people want the best for themselves and their families, but in an age where human capital is a nation's greatest asset, they also know it's just and sensible to extend opportunities, to develop the potential to succeed for all our people, not just an elite at the top. And people today are open-minded about race and sexuality. They're averse to prejudice and yet deeply, rightly conservative with a small c when it comes to good manners, respect for others, treating people courteously. They acknowledge the need for the state and the responsibility of the individual. And they know spending money on our public services matters, and they know it's not enough. How they are run and organized matters too. So 1997 was a moment for a new beginning. The sweeping away of all the detritus of the past. And expectations were so high. Too high, probably. Too high in a way for either of us. And now in 2007, you can easily point to the challenges or the things that are wrong or the grievances that fester. But go back to 1997. Think back. No, really, think back. Think about your own living standards then in May 1997 and now. Visit your local school, any of them round here or anywhere in modern Britain. Ask when you last had to wait a year or more on a hospital waiting list or heard of pensioners freezing to death in the winter, unable to heat their homes. There is only one government since 1945 that can say all of the following: more jobs, fewer unemployed, better health and education results, lower crime and economic growth in every quarter. Only one government, this one.
We're looking live at Tony